Welcome back to another episode of the NASCAR Cup Series driver recaps for 2021. I'm Casey Campbell. That's RJ Starcevic. And today we're going to be talking about Ryan Blaney, of course, the driver of the number 12 Ford for Team Penske, and of course the NASCAR Cup Series. This was a big year for Ryan Blaney, and this was a breakout year for Ryan Blaney. 3 wins, the most wins he's had in a season since he's gotten to the Cup Series. It was a good year for the 12 team.
Yeah, lots of improvement. I feel like they've been able to improve every year, which is what you want to see out of a young driver and a young team. You know, like you said, 3 wins on the year, and those wins were great wins. A team that was able to not only get those 3 wins, but run up front a lot this season. They were very competitive. They were always there, very, very consistent, a lot more consistent than they have been in the past. And I feel like that's gotten better every single year. Penske, Team Penske, who's obviously losing Brad Keselowski next year, going to gain Austin Cindric, retain Joey Logano, and Ryan Blaney. But Ryan Blaney, great season, probably didn't finish the way they would have wanted to. Obviously, he was thinking, I'm sure he was thinking championship going into the playoffs. They rode the momentum going into the playoffs. They seem like the team besides Kyle Larson with some of the most momentum going into the playoffs. That final round just didn't really work out the way they would have wanted to, but great season. Like you said, I mean, the progression we've seen out of Ryan Blaney as a driver and the 12 team as a whole has been great to watch.
Do you feel like now and we'll get into this a little bit, do you feel like now he is the leader of Team Penske?
I wouldn't say so yet, because I feel like Joey Logano has kind of put himself in that position, even with the department of Brad Keselowski. I think Joey Logano is still a driver who, has kind of assumed that veteran role. He knows he's not the young guy anymore. He's assumed the veteran role on the team. He's been around for a while. And he's a guy that is always going to be there late in the season during any type of track. Joey Logano can be there. I think Joey Logano still assumes the role at Team Penske, but hey, we look 2, 3, 4 years down the road. You never know.
Yep. 3 wins on the year. Of course, the spring Atlanta race, also won at Michigan, and then the Daytona race as well. 3 wins, 11 top 5s, 20 top 10s, and an average finish of 11.9 on the year. Really, really good year for Ryan Blaney. All right, let's talk about him going into next year. There's one big change with the 12 team next year. There's going to be a new crew chief on the box, Jonathan Hassler, of course, who comes over from the 21 team, who worked with Matt DiBenedetto for the second half of the year. Todd Gordon, of course, retired after the 2021 season. What's that going to be like for the 12 team? Do you think they can keep their momentum from 2021?
Yeah, I look at 2 main factors here that I think are going to be positives for this. Number one, they've went through this type of change before. Ryan Blaney has swapped crew chiefs. People at Penske have changed crew chiefs before. He's worked with different guys. Moving to another one, I don't think is going to be a huge, change for him. It's going to be a change for sure, but I don't think it'll affect them negatively. I think it'll work out in the long run. And also who he's getting on top of the box. Matt DiBenedetto spoke very highly of Jonathan Hassler. When Jonathan Hassler went over to the 21 team, they improved a lot. That 21 team, their speed, their consistency, being able to run up front improved a lot. And Matt DiBenedetto just, anytime he was speaking to the media, speaking to us, he was speaking so highly on Jonathan Hassler and the addition of him. So I think those words were very great for Jonathan Hassler. And I think him going over to the 12 team, I think Ryan Blaney and those guys are in good hands for next year. And I'm sure they will continue the success.
Absolutely. All right. That's going to do it for this one. For RJ Starcevic, I'm Casey Campbell. Don't forget, more of these to come all off season long, and enjoy Thanksgiving weekend.